If the doctor's wife is buried there, why isn't the doctor laid to rest there right next to her? Do you think that whole root's going to fall on me if I go in there?
Yeah.
Let's find out. Let's go for it.
No.
Riding down the road, we thought we saw something over here, so we turned around. The only thing I see is briars. I think we saw something on the other side of the cedar tree. Ain't nothing up in here. Ain't nothing up in here, I don't think. Oh, there is something. Yep. Well, field stone. All right, if I can get to it. There is something here. Corner fence post. A couple of large stones here. Fence is down, but someone get in here. I can't make it out. Williford. We're going to come back, take a good look at this. All right. They're everywhere in the country.
Eudora Williford.
Eudora, wife of
Dr. J.R. Williford.
H.
J.H. Williford. November 19th, 1858. Died February 23rd, 1888. Closed are thy sweet eyes from this world of pain, but we trust in God to meet thee again.
Williford. Look at this work up here. Can you see that? That's a flower right there, isn't it?
Flowers, fern. It looks like weeping willow.
Yeah.
Weeping willow.
This is a large stone too. Every bit of 4 foot. Looks like about 4 foot. Let's see if I can find a mark. Let's see if I can find a mark for the stonemason. I don't see any marks on here. Let's back up a little bit. Let y'all look at this right here. Sitting right here in the woods, and like I said, there was the corner post right there. There was a corner post in the old fence. And here's the footstone to this one right here. You can see how it's grown up in here. We came by here and someone told us there was one here. The GPS coordinates that I found on an old map put it across the road, but when I went to look at historic old aerial photographs, it showed a clump of trees right here and some houses across the road, and everything back that way, if you see back that way, was all fields and farmland. So we rode by here and we found it, and we're gonna take another look at the next one now. Let's find the next one. All right, let's see what this one here is. A little child right next to the mother.
Joseph Luther, son of J.H. and E.C. Williford, born January 26, 1886, died February 4th, 1887.
Age, did you say age?
Aged
1 year?
1 year and 8 days.
Hold on, set this card go by, okay?
The little crib's empty now, thy little clothes laid by, a mother's hope, a father's joy, in death's cold arms doth lie. Go, little pilgrim, to thy home on yonder blissful shore. I'll miss thee here, but soon will come when thou hast gone before.
All right, Joseph, little Joseph. I don't see a footstone for this one here. It would be right. Being a child, it would probably be right here. So that'd be the mother stone. This would be a child right here. Let's see what the next one is on the other side. Let's cut some of this out of the way here. Got some better clippers today. Robert, let me borrow them from you. Look at this one. This one's a tall one. Every bit of 6, 7, 8, 7.5, 8 foot tall. There's the crown with the cross. This thing's sliding off too, you know it. So what is this name here? This name is Samuel Williford. That's a Masonic sign. Born January 10, 1810. Died February the 18th, 1881. All is what? I can't make that out.
All is well.
All is well. Looking for a marker.
He lived a good life. Finished the cause.
And this whole slab is tilting over. Look how this tree, back up and get a shot of this tree. This tree is grown up. See that tree? It's grown up right there in front of it. And here's his footstone right down here. You can clean this back a little bit too. This is his footstone right here. Are there any markers on his footstone? Sometimes they put stuff on there. Most of the time it's just the initials of the person. Maybe the rest here. You see anything?
Yes,
like
it has.
His initials. What do you see?
I see an S and a W. But I think I see something else. I can't tell.
Yeah. Okay. And here's one right next to it. Look. Let's see what this is. Maybe this is his wife. Martha Williford, born July 31, 1821, died September, looks like 6, 1899. Look at this right here, this work right here.
It's beautiful.
It is, isn't it? Looking for any kind of marks from a stonemason, I don't see none. This is probably 1, 2, 3 foot tall. And here's Martha's footstone right here. Down real deep. Right there, Miss Williford. Right there. All right, we'll clean a little bit of this back here. This one's the next one down. Oh, yeah. Interesting style. See how the born is at that slant like that? Mm-hmm. So, John M. Williford, born February 5th.
This must be the...
I don't know. February the 5th, 1849 or 8. I think that's an 8. Died March 16th, 1902. That's what it says right there. And there are the others right there. Let's get a shot of this right here. Others all in a row right there. Right down through there, all of them in a row. Footstone done fell over right here. Actually, look, it could be broken off. I don't know. It just fell over right there.
There's a broken one over there.
Yeah, that's way over there. Let's see what's back this direction. The hill slopes off. I don't think there's anything. I don't see anything else down in this way. Matter of fact, here's the fence. So it's fenced off. And that wire is not that old. Like I said, I went online. I found some old aerial photographs that showed this to be farmland just outside this little fence area. That was farmland right over there. So let's take a look at this broken one over here. Right over here's a broken one. Get a little bit closer to it. It's got the crown and it's got the hand pointing up right there. And then it's got a name there. which looks, is that Bowman? I'm about to get on the other side and look. Let's see if we can piece this together. Oh, this is broken. It broke right there where the born date's at. Born, it's broke right off. So let's see what we can see what we got here. Okay, we got the crown with the hand, and we got
Pointing to the heavenly reward.
That's right. Right hand too. And then the name is RZ. Was it Bowman?
Bowman.
And we can't make out here, but it looks like 18 something. 1860 something or 50. That's a 5.
Yeah.
I think that's a 5. And so this could be born, and we think it could be, what do you think, December?
I'm not sure.
It's hard to say, but we know it says died October 31,
31st, 1885.
in a line right there, and I see nothing down here. We're going to try and flip this back over so the weather won't be, rain won't be getting on it. There's the footstone right there. You see the RZB. That's the footstone right there. Well, we got one right over here. Look at that neat design right up there. See it?
I think it's supposed to be like a laurel wreath or a...
Could be. I make out the letter B, but I can't make out the first one. The last name is Bowman. I cannot make that because it's broken. But we do make out the D for died April 13th, 1863, which would be the Civil.
That's born. Died is January 21.
Born during the Civil War. Okay. Yeah, born's broken out. Born when the Civil War was going in January 1886. 23 years old. And this would have been laying right in there. Stuck down in there. Looks like that could be part of it. I don't think that's part of it. Yeah, that could be part of it. That's it. That's the corner right. It's missing from right. Hold on a second. I got it stuck in there. The other rubber got it stuck in there. Well, anyway, it would have. Yep. There we go. It would have been right down in here somewhere, probably.
On the back side. I think it goes right here.
It would have been that way. Yep, would have been that way too.
I think it's just eroded.
Broken off and eroded.
Yeah, it's eroded so that it...
I'm not going to attempt to flip that one over because it's already laying there and it's also pretty darn heavy. I may come back one day and cover it or something. So this is a straight line right here. And like I said, the fence is somewhere. Oh, there's the fence right there. Right? Yeah, the fence is right here somewhere. So this is the edge, and then we're going to go back this way and we're going to check out that one right over there. Oh yeah, there's the footstone you uncovered. There's the footstone. And we're at the back. And this is the fence right back here. I don't see nothing back here but some trash some people put out. We're going to walk this way just to double check it and see. There's the fence. See, here's the fence, which will be the back of the cemetery right here. Family plot. This is a family plot right here. Let's go back up through the middle now. All right, let's take a look at this one. This is pretty neat. This is a double monument. I think it's children because look how close together they are. There's 2 footstones right here. So we're going to cut this back a little bit so we can get up in there and take a better look at it. Try and cut it back a little bit. Give them a little sunlight in here. Okay. Let me read them. Oop, I see the word infants. Look at that. Look right there. The first word that caught my eye was infants of. RZ and EV Bowman. 2 lambs sleeping. See it? And there's something written there. Let's see if we can. Let me catch it from this angle right here. Right there.
Infants of RZ and EV Bowman. 2 pure for earth. They've gone to heaven.
And there's her footstones right there. Side by side. Both of them.
The dates might be on the footstones.
I'll look and see, but
Or maybe they were stillborn.
could be. You're right about that. I just see a letter and I can't make it out. It looks like a B.
Yeah, that's the one initial.
B.
If there's
B.
no date,
Bowman.
they may have been
Bowman.
stillborn.
It might have been stillborn or died at birth. Yeah. So let's look back this way. And there's nothing here but some trees. Now, I'm not going to say that there's no one buried here, but just know that's the footstone to the doctor's wife. But I'm just saying there's no markers here. And there's so many trees laying across this place here. I see nothing to give me the idea that someone else has laid the rest here. But it's possible, the way that ground right there is laying, there could be some unmarked burials. And there is a stone. Just a regular old rock stone, which was used a lot of times for grave markers, just a stone. Yeah, there could be others out there. And we've seen that before. Robert and I have seen family cemeteries where someone was buried outside. Here's another one. And now we got bricks here, which makes me think that, and an indention right there. So Robert and I have seen people buried outside of family plots because, for whatever reason, maybe there was an overflow or maybe they weren't close enough relatives to be buried inside. So the fence is over there, and that brick is an indention there, and there's a brick right there and a rock right over there. So there could be some more buried outside of here. Here's the fence. The old fence I had. A lot of more cedar trees. I'm just going to walk over that way and look. So we're just going to walk around here a little bit. It's sort of thick. There's a huge cedar tree right there. Another one here. And when I looked at the aerial photographs from the 50s, this was all, those little pine trees here, that was all a farmland right there. And there was a big clump of trees right here. And this was the big clump of trees that shows up on the, I think it was a 1956 aerial photograph, and on a might have been a 49 topographical map. It showed this little wooded area here. So as I said, we were coming down the highway, and there's the highway right there. And I was looking for this. I had been looking on the other side, but this here caught the sun reflecting off this side caught it at the right time, and I saw it. And that's why I stopped here. So this, we think, could be the old home place of the family. We don't know. You see some vandals have been here. And, oh, there goes a buzzard. It's old Beaky. Beaky the buzzard right there.
Oh, somebody's been tagging it.
Yeah, someone's coming here and vandalized a little bit. But I'm not going to go up in there because it looks a little bit too, well, it looks a little bit too, the bamboo's holding it up. But you can see,
Well, let's look at
there's a chimney here.
And one across.
There's a chimney on the other side. And is this a lean-to porch?
Probably.
Or is that part of, that's a lean-to porch?
Possibly.
Yep, because I see the exterior door right there.
Oh, what does it look like?
Well, I don't see the door. I don't see the door. Now I see the doorway. Can we get around that way?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bamboos. Bamboos. We'll go this way, see. Yeah, let's see if we can get over this way. This is where the tin roof had fell in right here, so. We're not gonna,
That was from the main piece.
yeah, we're gonna have to go inside and take a chance on getting in there. This bamboo is taking over, hasn't it? Let's stop for a second. So that's that first chimney that we came up to. And this is how the whole roof just collapsed right here. And I think this could be the old home house. Don't know for sure. The cemetery technically is right through there. Right through there. Okay, yeah.
Look at the design of the windows. We're three panels.
3.
Over one single pane.
3 over 1. Look at the above the doorway.
There's a transom.
Transom up. Yep. 1,
side
2,
lights.
3, 4, 5, 6 openings to it. Look how high the ceiling was in there.
And the chimney's still good.
Chimney's still standing.
Can you stick that? Can you extend that and poke it around and look at the front of the fireplace?
I got it. Something even better. We're gonna walk up in there.
No.
Look at the rock foundation.
I know the foundation rocks. Aren't they cool?
They are really cool.
And look at how the. Oh wow!
Now brick tells me what? Brick tells me that it's
What?
it's not that old.
Well,
I don't think those bricks. You think those bricks are pre-1900? They could be. Look at the style of the brick. It's pretty neat right there, isn't it? It was. I see electrical wire, so it was modernized at one time. Do you think that whole roof's gonna fall on me if I go in there?
Yeah.
Let's find out. Let's go for it.
No.
So the first thing I find when I get in here is where someone. Look at this right here. Cookie. Cookie. Oh, Cookie was here. Oh, Cookie. Anyway, Cookie, if you're out there watching, we found some of your artwork. Look how that field stone was stacked up and the mortar was made to fill it all in, and then Cookie initialed her names right there. And there's the fireplace. All the way up to there. There's the windows again. Oh, another fireplace. That is for the cook stove. That's what that one is right there. Can y'all see that brick formation right there? That is the that for the there was a cook stove right there, and the cook stove just had a pipe going up to it. That's cool. So this house had one room in the middle and one room, 2 rooms, 3 rooms, and then a big porch and a front door, and then someone added on the back.
You see the rubber kitty?
Oh, there's a little rubber kitty cat. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. A little kitty cat right there. Yep, little kitty cat. Now, be quiet for a second and listen. I hear bees. I hear bees again. That's the last thing I need is a bunch of bees. Look at these old logs right here. Now look how these logs were cut. I don't think they were cut with a sawmill. They could have been cut, but look how they're cut at an angle. Isn't that neat? I'll try and get you another shot of that. Yeah, I got the kitty. But look how that log's been cut. Is this an old...
Yeah, those are saw marks.
You think those are saw marks? Look
at. I'm looking at
those are not.
Chinked.
These were all cut with an axe. So look at that.
That's hand chinked.
Is that the word chinked?
Yeah, they chinked it out with an axe. I don't know.
I think there's another name for it.
But the vertical one, you see saw blade marks.
Look at that. Yeah, that's right. Marks. That's correct.
I thought you were talking about the vertical one.
Yeah, those were sawed. So could this have been the second house? Oh, that one over there, you can just about see the... I don't know if we can zoom in. I can just about see the axe marks on that one over there where it was chopped with an axe, it looks like. Wow, this is a neat old house. Right? Well, it was a neat old house. It's still a neat house. I like it. Okay, let's go look at the siding out there. If I can get out of here, if Cookie will let me get out. Hope so, Cookie. Cookie, thanks for leaving your mark. Mark in history right there. That's history, kids. This is a cool discovery. Look at that big tree right there, too. And the reason I found this is I went online. Robert had showed me how to find old maps and stuff. And I found some old aerial photographs. And one of the photographs showed a building here in 1956. This building and some barns around it was standing. And while I'm standing here, I want to look at another board right here. Look at those nails. Those are square nails. Robert, you told me to look for square nails. And those, that's round, but that's a square nail. And look at the marks. Can you see the marks right there? Where they chopped into the wood? That's a big old beam there too, goes all the way down the length of this house. That's cool. Let's see if we can get outside without falling through or running into the bees that I hear. I don't know where the bees are, but I hear them coming around the corner. Now, I've seen this style of brick chimney work in 1880, 1910, 1900 houses when they did the bricks like that. Piece of tin to patch it up. Window. Field stones help hold the house up. This is the siding. Look at that big wide siding right there. Siding boards. Another big window. This is cool. This is the coolest thing of the day, I think. For me it is. Hope y'all are enjoying it. A couple old jars. Ooh, the back porch. Back porch is an add-on because it has brick supporting it. Siding, back door. Field stones holding up the corner of the house. I don't see any other buildings out there. So I can make it through this bamboo here. Yeah, this door is interesting. This door is a wider door. Look, it was a much wider door.
Oh, it is. They just covered
and
it
they
up.
came back in and put.
No, it was a look at it was a double door with 2 transom windows. Look at that. See what I'm talking about? The door.
No, they closed it in.
covered
They made it smaller, didn't they? At some time.
But they were the door. Look, you can see this one. They're not that wide.
Yeah.
So they were thinner doors, and then there was transoms on either side.
That's what it was. Glass transom. I wonder how many panes were in there.
Probably.
Look what's holding up. They didn't have a block, so they put a log down there to hold up the porch at one time instead of having stones.
That's
right
really.
there.
It's really.
But that door is pretty
very
cool.
classical.
Yeah.
Very colonial.
So there would be glass transoms on both sides, left
Yeah, yeah.
and right, but they've covered them up.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. All right, you can see what's in there. There's another piece of wood. Could be the rest of the door. Oh, I want to look at the transoms. What I want to look at. Can I get in there with my head without getting? Yeah, so there it is right there. Can y'all see that? There was a glass windows, glass panes right in there at one time. Right up through here. All the way up through here. And then sometime they took the glass out or broke it out and replaced it with some wood. Oh man, I'm stuck in here too. I done got myself stuck. I'm getting out. Yeah, I'm out of there. Here's a door panel. This is a solid old wood panel that was hand, I don't know if you can see that, probably hand planed when this door was made. That is a real piece of history right there, guys. It went in that way, went in this way, like that. And the old chain. That's cool. Look at the old, someone either marked on it with a crayon or some kid was playing on it or something, but that's a real door. Let's go look at this window over here. Okay, the windows are 6/6 and they're...
You see that shape that held up a shelf or something, or a window box maybe.
Oh yeah, right here.
Paddle looking thing.
Look, right here, yeah. That's what that is. Held up a window box, and these were handmade windows. These ain't store-bought right here, buddy boy. You didn't get these windows here at Home Depot or Lowe's. Look at the wave in the glass right there. That's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Stones on the corner. Another old beam right there. Okay, there's something really neat, and I don't know if I can get the camera to it. Let's see if I can get the camera up there to it. Point to it with that.
Right
I may have to
there.
zoom in. That
Those
is
are roses on the floor cloth.
That's a floor cloth, which would be another name for a rug.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they were early linoleum,
Yeah,
and they were
and it's got a rose
real
design on there.
popular in early 1900s, like 1910.
Yeah.
But see, That roses. Can you see it?
I can see it. I can see it from here. I'll be able
it was the
to, I should be able to
feminine
zoom in on that.
Maybe this was the lady's bedroom in the back.
That's the fault. And the room would have went to, I'm looking for the dividing beam for the room, would have been right there. There's a doorway right there.
And look, there's a chimney on this side too.
Yep.
But there would have been a chimney back
So
here.
there would have been, you know what? I said that chimney on the other side was for cooking, and there could have been pot-bellied stoves in here.
Yeah.
In these back bedrooms. 2 bedrooms, 1 bedroom on this side, 1 on the other side. So that is a possibility. We need to be sort of alert right here because this whole building is shifting. I don't know if you can tell. It's all shifting that way. But there is a good example of, you think this is 19 what? 18 what? Hard to say.
Well, I think certainly 1900 or
Pre-1900s, I think.
what? Well, I mean, we got to look at the top of the chimney.
Yeah. And here again, round nails. So this could have been a recycled house. Originally, a smaller house that they added on to. So let's see if we can get out of this area. We're sort of caught back here in the back. Yeah, look at this here. Yeah, I guess I could go to the courthouse. There's a good square nail right there. That's a square nail.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a square nail. And this is a square nail. And that's a square nail. Look. That's a square nail right there,
Is that
Robert,
a big
right?
foundation stone right here?
No.
What is that? Just a piece of...
That's just the clay. That's just the big clay right there.
Got hard.
But this beam right here, you can see where they chopped it with an axe. Look. Not an axe. What's the thing called? It's called a... Y'all tell me what it's called. Y'all can comment. For some reason, the word asp or as or something. Is it called an as?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Robert knows. The tool they use when they take a round tree and you chop it down and make it square. I'll have to call Robert.
Draw knife.
No, a draw knife's got handles on both sides. You pull it.
Okay, a giant draw knife.
Anyway, if y'all know what that tool is called that the early settlers used to chop on a round log and make it square, for some reason the word as comes into my mind, but maybe it's asp or something like that. I don't know. We'll look it up. Anyway, pretty cool right here, guys. And I'm sort of, like I said, we left the cemetery and we decided to make a left-hand turn and we saw something up in the woods. And I knew there was a house that went with this family cemetery. There's always an old settlement of some kind. And I think this is it. And there's probably some barns or something else that went with it. But whether we'll find them is going to be a totally different trip. So thanks for the part 2 or the ending of this. So I think that's it. I think I'm gonna take a trip. There goes Dixie. There was Dixie. I'm going to get me a milkshake and something else. I'm walking over here to look and see what this last thing is, and you know what it is. Wow, that is an old whale. Wow, that's an old whale right there, but it's not a big whale. It's not a big one. Look.
Oh, they have it marked.
They have it marked too. Look at that. And they got a pipe coming out, so at some time someone had been pumping some water out of it. That's a bored whale. Probably dug with a machine. And look at that big tree over there. If I'm about to run out of battery, look at that big tree before I go. They're huge trees. So this big tree right here, this one, right here, is an old tree. Been here a long time. See how big that tree is? It's dying if it's not already dead. And the other one over there. Go over and look at this one again. Limb done broke off. That's a big old tree. Big old tree. Old house place. So this was all cleared at one time. Farmland back there, a homestead here. Family buried across the road over there in that cemetery. And like I showed you earlier, the old well right over here, which someone was nice enough to mark. Right there's the old well. I guess if Robert was here, he'd be throwing a magnet down in there. Yep, look at them mosquitoes coming out there. Alrighty. I see some tin over there, so there's probably an old barn left. It was right there at one time. And at one time, it was a big house. It was a big old house at one time. And there's old Beaky. Old Beaky the buzzard's right up there in that tree. You see him up there? There he is. Hey, Beaky. What you doing up there, huh? Beaky, you hear me? There he is. Right up there in that tree. That's the Williford name right there. So the question came up as to where the doctor, Williford's, where's the doctor buried? The wife was buried over there in that cemetery we just left. And I remember what Grandpa used to say. Grandpa used to say, sometime the answer is right there in front of you, boy. You just got to open your eyes and look. And I don't know if y'all remember when I came to visit J.L. Parrott over here in this small city, small town cemetery over here in Terrell County. I guess y'all remember this video I did here a while back. The founder of the town. Well, if you look right to your right, see that big mausoleum? To the left of the mausoleum is a large obelisk sticking up. Well, let's go over and look and see whose name is on that one. Like Grandpa said, sometimes it's right there in front of you. And you'll never guess who this is. And I'm going to ask the question right now. Why is the Dr. Williford laid to rest here in this city cemetery? Dr. J.H. Williford, January 17th, 1852, September the 10th, 1917. And there he is. Right here. Laid to rest right there. And to the left is his second wife, Eula L. Williford. March the 8th, 1863. Died May the 16th, 1944. Watch out for them fire ants right there, Hopper. So, a very large marker. And why is he buried here? Because he married a second wife. Very successful doctor and pharmacist here in this small town of Parrott. And had a practice right here in this town. And was successful, very successful. At one time, he had moved his practice out back to where the old farm was at, the old home house was. But then he came back again and finished his days out right here in this town. And that's his marker right there. His first wife buried over there in the country at the old family farm, and then he's laid to rest right here with his second wife and possibly one of his sons, Charles H. Williford. He giveth his beloved sleep. Is that what it says? Charles H. Williford, October the 14th, 1880 to June the 12th, 1904. That's it, Hopper, right there. The old family, second family laid to rest right here. As I was saying, he practiced medicine for many years and also was a pharmacist. Went to medical school in Cincinnati. His father, who was buried in the family cemetery, was a lawyer. And he was one of many children that were raised up in this area right here. I think he has a brother maybe that was also a lawyer and a real estate man in the nearby county. Not much else I've been out. Some of y'all may be able to find some more information about him online. Just a few things that I grabbed quickly because I had to find out where he was at, and that explains it. Second wife, new life in the big city, and that answers that question. Grandpa was right, wasn't he? So this could have been his practice here also, and a home. It was said that he had moved to the town of Parrott, which is just a mile and a half right that direction right there, and practiced medicine. And at one time he moved back out here when his practice was lost in a fire. The doctor probably built several houses, so this may not have been his practice. He could have had another house somewhere else around here. He probably could have had houses in town also. He was very successful. He had a sawmill, which might have been his brother's. Oh, there's old Beaky up there. Beaky's keeping watch. I don't know if y'all can see him or not, but he's right up there on top of the chimney. Beaky, how you doing up there? I don't know if you can see him, but he's airing out his wings right now. But they were very successful here. Family. Some of them actually served in the Confederate Army in the Civil War. One of them's actually the doctor's brothers is probably buried somewhere in, I think, Virginia. And another one's buried down in Florida. But there's a lot of research out there on the internet if you want to look it up, history, and comment for us. We'd really appreciate y'all commenting on that if you find anything about it. That's one of the things that Robert Wright and I both really enjoy, is the history part of all this, finding this old stuff and then learning about the stories behind them. So thank you, and don't forget to like and share, and we'll see you on the next Sidestep Adventures in History. Oh, wait a minute. It's a mini me.